The guilt you hold in your heart is equal to the forgiveness you deserve. Hello, everyone. My name is Jack. And if the algorithm found you, you are a fan of grunge music. My band is Mera. You can find all of our songs right here on this YouTube channel or wherever you stream your music. And I thank you very, very much for listening because, grunge heals. And I believe that grunge is more relevant and more popular right now than it's ever been. Yes, even more popular than it was in the 90s. Why? Well, first of all, there's just more ways to listen to it. We've got more avenues. We've got more places to hear it. You've got all this social media. Bands are constantly touring. And we've got a whole new generation of grunge bands right now. You've got Mama. You've got Narrowhead. Snail Mail. You've got Mannequin-C. You've got Turnstile. Wet Leg. All these new generation of youngsters coming up that maybe grew up listening to it. Maybe their parents listened to it. And it's a new appreciation for it. And they're bringing a new energy. They're bringing their own take on what grunge music means. And on top of that, you've still got the legacy bands. Dinosaur Jr., Superchunk, the Melvins, Local H, Helmet. Even the Pixies are still on tour right now in 2025. So grunge music hasn't gone anywhere. I mean, you can say what you want, hair metal, kind of came and went, right? But grunge has stuck around. It has staying power. And I think a lot of that has to do with the emotions that we feel inside ourselves that are instigated by the world around us. We are constantly bombarded with the message that we aren't good enough. From social media to television, advertisements, everywhere we look, we don't measure up. And we can compare our lives to other people's lives so easily. And this can just fill us with all this regret and sorrow and guilt for the things that we've done and the choices that we've made in our lives. It's just so easy to be mean to ourselves and take it out on ourselves. Grunge music has always been an expression of that. Nirvana had a song called "Oh, the Guilt." One of my favorite sub-pop bands is this band, the Afghan Wigs. This was their album, Congregation. It was on Sub Pop. And they had a song called Conjure Me. And the lyrics are, I'm going to turn on you before you turn on me. Meaning, I guess in the context of the song, before their lover can betray them, they're going to betray their lover. Well, that can apply to yourself too. Before you can make your mistake, you already sabotage yourself. You sabotage yourself before you even give yourself the chance to make the mistake. If we don't make the mistake, we don't learn. Grunge has always been an expression of self-hatred. Its purpose is so we get it out there. You put it in a song and you get it out there where we can look at it, where we can analyze it, where we can celebrate it. Celebrate our flaws and our downfalls and the bad decisions we make. Why? Because when you celebrate your trauma, that's how you heal. And that's a big reason why I think this music is so popular right now. We are in a state where we're in a state of emergency. We need to heal. The whole planet needs to heal right now. I am a perfect example of this. I am so mean to myself. I beat the shit out of myself. My mind is it's just so mean. It says the meanest things. I'm a sweet person. Like you ask anybody, like I'm a very, very sweet person to everyone I know. But I can be an asshole to myself because I've just got these voices in my head telling me all these decisions I made were wrong and how stupid this was, and just beating myself up every single day for, the way my life turned out. And that's just, it's not how I really feel. I know it's not true. So why? Why are these constant thoughts looping over and over again in my brain? So yeah, I can be really, really mean to myself. And maybe you are too. Maybe you are too. So how do you deal with that? I think one of the best ways to deal with it is to express it through art. I express it through music, through songs. Grunge happens to be my preferred medium of expression, but maybe you're a photographer, maybe you're a dancer, maybe you're a painter or a poet or a writer, maybe you have a blog or a podcast. However it is you express it, that enables you to put it in its place. Because I think the voices in your head, they just want to be heard. They want to be recognized. They're like a child, a child who's throwing a temper tantrum. That child's not really, maybe that child's not really mad at the world. It just wants some attention. So in her book, The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, she talks about how the best way to get rid of these feelings and to put them in their place is through art. And your art originates in darkness. It's going to come from a place of mystery, not necessarily negativity, but definitely darkness. Because art is born from your mind where previously nothing existed. You create it yourself. So you don't know what's going to come out. When you hit play on your phone and you record yourself, you don't really know how it's going to turn out. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Art is born from darkness. It's born from mystery. You have to kind of walk into that darkness, and you have to be brave. When you acknowledge how you feel, when you acknowledge those feelings of guilt, those feelings of regret, you are giving them attention. And when you give something attention, the reward is always healing. Always. When you create your art, when you write your song, when you write that poem, when you shoot that video, the reward is always your own healing. That's it. That's it. That's my message. That's my message. That's all. That's really all I have to say. I know you're tired of being in pain. I know you're tired of these feelings. I know you're tired of hearing those voices in your head. And I know you're ready to heal. So it's time to get started. It's time to sit down and write that song, write that book, make that record. Whatever it is that you do, it's time to sit down and get it done. Because we are living in the era of healing. And you're going to bring peace to yourself. And you're going to help others heal. That's the most important part. You're going to help others heal too. That's it. That's all I have to say, really. That's my message. If you guys are interested in a free Mera sticker, just leave me a comment down below. We will see about getting you one of these Mera stickers. It's just a free gift, just to say thank you for supporting me and helping me get my message out there. And I just want all of you to go forth in grace and gratitude and show the world your greatness. Because I know you're great. I know you're great. Thanks, everybody. I'll talk to you later.